realize that when the biology really comes online is probably in your mid-20s. It's too late because of the things that they've done, and men are not going to change their taste. So it's just calamitous. It just happens.
It's like a little delay. Hello? It's like a little delay. It's a huge delay. It's all right. Hello? It's like a little delay. Like a 10-second delay. Anyway, let me just get started. Okay, so today, I know I'm late on this, but I want to do this for a while. Now, let me bring it up. Okay, so everything's lagging right now. Oh, God. And then now I lost it. Okay. Dang it. I thought I had it open. Is it this one? Let me see if this is it. Okay, yeah, this is it. So let's fix this real quick. You go this way. And then you're going to be here. Where's that window? We're going to drag it. We're going to drag it out. Oh, dang it. Okay. Now. What happened here? Okay. Oh, I see what I did. My bad. Okay. Let me get this all squared up. You go that way. You go this way. And there we go. Now, so I took some notes on this. I thought this was a good case. Let me see. What can you see on here? I feel like I gotta make this smaller or something. Well, it doesn't matter. So this is about that case where he got charged with falsifying business records. So, and what the hell? I keep losing it. Let me refresh this. There it goes. Okay, this is over about the Trump decision about falsifying business records. Which was, I read through these cases and I'm like, I mean, they can pretty much get anybody on anything. If you have any level of celebrity, like, you got to watch out now. So yeah, this is the actual case file here. where state of New York against Trump. They said falsifying business record in the first degree. So I don't know. What I've learned from watching these cases is you get convicted of anything. Seriously, like if they want to come after you, they come after you. Between this one and also I'm gonna go over the I think I got the 34 counts. I might do that today, maybe not. I don't know. And then the one with the lady who you got to pay $80 million, which was based off of just her testimony, which is insane. It's one in that 34 count thing. That's also insane. I'm like, they're just counting over and over again. Which is insane. Do I see that? There it goes. Yeah, the fact that I don't know, I don't understand it. When I was reading through it, I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like it's arguable, and if it's arguable, then I really don't understand these cases. Like if you really read through them, and like it really don't make a lot of sense. I'll open that up. Now I want to check on this. Okay. It is lower than recommended bit rate. We recommend you use a lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend you use this stream bit rate of 68. Okay, what does this mean? Open widget. So that's good. Okay. No latency. Library plays. You know what? I'm not even gonna trip. We'll eventually get this. We gotta just keep going. So okay, I got too many windows open. Okay. So everybody knows what it is. They said he overvalued his properties to get loans. So they're saying that he blatantly use of false financial data by Donald Trump and his entities. The court found that Trump submitted significantly inflated financial statements to banks and insurance companies to secure better loan terms and lower insurance premiums. For instance, valuation on one of his properties like the Trump Tower, the triplex, Seven Springs Estates was substantially overstated. This is not due to such an extent that when confronted at trial, witness on Trump's side simply denied reality rather than addressing inaccuracies. So, okay, the accountant Donald. So the accountant Donald Bender is the accountant for Mazars USA LLP, who compiled Trump's financial statements. And this guy testified and said that, hey, our company, we rely solely on the data provided by the Trump organization without verifying its accuracy. Yeah, see, that's something that's kind of sketchy. But it's like, if the guy pays back his loans, there's no need to, like, you know, especially if you've been doing business with somebody for a while, you kind of just take it at their word. He said double counting property values. The decision also points out that instances where Trump double counted property values, leading to inflated valuations. For example, let's say 2015 statement of financial conditions overvalued the 40 Wall Street property by nearly $200 million. Oh my Lord. So this is like almost 9 years ago. But see, it was okay. Overvalued the property by nearly $200 million more than an independent appraisal. But they hate they just don't like them in New York, like the government and stuff. They don't really like them. That's the hard part. Criminal law fraud cases, especially okay. The court's emphasis on New York's interest in a honest marketplace. Let me see. So one of the things, so I had several questions when I was reading it. So, see, my issue was, when were these valuations of the property taken? Because if they were taken before or after COVID, that dramatically changed the valuation of properties, especially commercial properties, which went down in value because of commercial properties because a lot of properties went vacant. So, whenever he secured those loans, it really depends on the market at the time. And so that's something that kind of had me questioning. The court seemed to compare the values Trump and his organization provided during those specific years to the independent appraisal and other market indicators available at that time. For example, the court pointed out discrepancies in valuations even before the pandemic, such as in 2015, 2016. The concern was that Trump valuations were consistently inflated compared to to other shit. However, the court later assessed the impact of COVID-19 on these properties in a different context. Okay, the main focus of the court was whether the valuations were inflated at the time they were submitted. So let's look for that in our document here. Oh shoot, I just started typing. Let's see. FLATED. Let's look for inflated. Okay. Valuations. Okay, they're gonna play this game with me. I gotta go the old school way. Gotta click on this, go Control F. And we said FLATED. Oh no, what the hell? What the hell? Oh man. Phone. I didn't see value. That's scaring me. Let's see, there's no. There's like no, so I can't even search the page. Oh. Okay. So, but this is it here. We use it as a reference to something to look at. Defendant falsifying records in the first degree. So we went over that. We went over that part. So 10 count. They gave him 15 count. See, this is the same thing, bro. This is the same thing they did with the 34 counts of whatever they charged him with. It was this. It's the same thing. Let me see. 6 count. The defendant accounting and the defendant accounting the order. See, it seems like the same person doing this because all they're. If you look at these counts. 6 count. They're just copy and paste. The grand jury is further access to the defendant. Well, copy and paste. Donald Trump organization. General ledger. Crime. See, that's what they get you right here. With intent to defraud and intent to commit another crime and aid and conceal the commission thereof, made the case a false entry in the business records of the enterprise, to wit. See, this is what they're getting them on with everything, which is the same thing with the Stormy Daniels thing. So for them to like kind of prove some of this, you have to have an intent to do something wrong, an intent to commit another crime, and then aid and conceal. See, they have to have all of this for it to be a crime. You're trying to do something fraudulent to commit another crime and aid and conceal the commission thereof. Like, so you're trying to hide a crime you're committing. See, intent to defraud, intent to just copy and paste. So you ain't got to read through this shit. You just read the first one. It's pretty much the same thing. Because all they're changing right now is just this check voucher number. And they're saying, oh, this check right here. So that's ought to be accurate. Right? Look, it's just copy and paste. The only thing changes is like the check number, for the most part. Let me see. Yeah, so 14 count for today. He was guilty on all 15 counts. See, bearing voucher number, whatever. 16. Wait, I thought it was 15 count. 16 count, 17 count, 18. Am I looking at the wrong thing? I'm looking at the wrong thing. This ain't the one. I'm looking for the property valuation one. This is this is the this is the other one. This is the one when they came with the 34 counts of this I was reading this. I'm like, yeah, see, this is the one with the 34 counts of whatever with the bank with Michael Cohen. Okay, I just got the wrong thing. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, see, this is copy and paste 34 fucking times. No effort. Like, I can have my 5-year-old do this, but this ain't the one. This ain't the one I'm looking for. This ain't the one I'm looking for. Yo, I'm about to crash out on my computer because like it's just lagging. I think I gotta go. I don't know where I downloaded it at either. This is in documents. Oh, see, that's why I gotta do these when I first think about it. You know what? I'm sure I can find it. Muslim Trump property. Property. Is this it? Fraudulent. So this is they're saying, let me see. This got to be it. Let me see. The co-founder Trump and his company submitted fraudulent financial statements to banks and obtained loans and better rates. Okay, yeah, this is it. My fault. I knew I was reading through this. I'm like, something ain't right. Okay, here it goes right here. And okay. And this is Supreme Court of New York. the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And so it's people. Oh, see, that's Letitia James. That's she's like, she's gonna come take his building and everything. I'm like, come on, you're going too far now. Okay, so he yada yada yada. They don't like introduction. This ain't the. Hold on. No. This is just the filing, huh? Wait a minute. That's just a filing. Where's the actual? You know what, dude? That's close enough. Because I don't want to spend too much time. 20 minutes in, we ain't did shit. I'll read a little bit. But, let me just keep going. We'll do it live. Big step up. So this is the whole thing they're saying. And okay, they got the law section. Let me see if we keep going down. Complaint, the first cause of action is to understand law. Claim. Well, this was last year. The court found the plaintiffs had capability in standing to sue. Okay. It was 11-week trial. Findings of fact. Testimony 40 witnesses over 43 days to make the following finding. That's the lawyer. Airline withheld records such as appraisals that Mars had requested while preparing the compilation. The mark concludes that the Trump organization falsely represented it. So yeah, they put him on the stand. Cameron Harris is an audit partner with Whitley Penn, an accounting firm compiled Donald Trump's SFC. His testimony but rest. What? That the compiler simply used the numbers provided by the client. They do not check them. No, they ain't checking them. For Deutsche Bank. Oh, they interviewed this guy with Deutsche Bank. Who else? The haircut evaluation. Okay, so this is this document. It's actually 92 pages, but I don't even trip. I did a summary of it. So let me just keep going. But this just here is like a visual. But so the valuation of he's also presented contrary. The Trump organization sought to claim a large tax deduction by overvaluing potential easements. Conservation easements. In one case, an appraisal valued the Briar Cliff property easement around $45 million. The fucking easement. Later value. Okay, now let me get to the nitty gritty. So, I was worried about if this, the valuation before, after COVID, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So, so the bank in the lending process, their responsibility in assessing the accuracy of values. Typically, banks do conduct due diligence, especially for large loans, as they want to ensure the collateral, yada yada, right? However, the court's findings in this case suggest that while banks might conduct some level of due diligence, they also rely heavily on financial statements and valuations provided by borrowers, particularly when those borrowers are high-profile individuals like Donald Trump. The court focused on whether Donald Trump organization not only submitted inflated financial statements to secure better terms, regardless of whether the banks ultimately agreed with those valuations. See, so the thing, what I was initially, they're going after him. The banks weren't complaining. Nobody was complaining, but they're like, so what did the banks agree to those terms? It was still, you still overvalued your property. It's like, the hard part is like, it's a it's a victimless crime, and we can sit up there and say, oh, but there's a tax money, but there's nobody got screwed out of money. Everybody got paid. Anyway, so adjustments by the banks. The court did mention that some banks applied haircuts or discounts to values provided by Trump. For instance, Deutsche Bank risk management team applied a 50% reduction to some of Trump's property valuation while calculating the loan-to-value ratio. This indicates that while banks did adjust for potential overvaluation, they still proceeded with loans based on a combination of adjusted values and Trump's personal guarantee. See, so the thing is, Deutsche Bank did a 50% reduction, so yeah, they did do some due diligence. I mean, because his property is something that's very hard to value. It's very hard to put a real number on it. Because what's Trump Tower if you take Trump out of it? It's just another big building in New York. The legality of Trump's actions stems from submission of financial statements. We already know all that. So let me go back to this. The key issue here is Trump's financial statements were intentionally inflated to deceive banks, which is illegal under New York law. So that's how they're justifying it. They're saying that violated New York law, that you can't. Well, of course you can't do that. I mean, you can't do that for anywhere. It's actually against the law everywhere to do that kind of thing. These are just some people that I think these are the people they interviewed. Sherry Dillon, tax lawyer, provide business legal advice to Trump organization. Sherry Dillon. Through her various engagements from 2011 to 2020, Dillon interface with Donald Trump. Contract represent. Let's see. Yeah, they was out there, bro. How would you? I'd be scared to be next to Trump, bro. Cause like unless you on the up and up, you out of there. See, so but my thing is, so I have a chart here. I can't bring it up, but I'm gonna just read it. Let me go find it real quick. Okay, where's my chart? There we go. Okay, so Trump valuation, right? So he valued 40 Wall Street at $735 million, right? The independent auditor valued it at 540. So that's almost that's what they were talking about. Like there was a $200 million difference in what they were valuing these properties. So that one was the big one. And they're telling me that, right? That's 40 Wall Street. I think I think that's not Trump Tower. It's another building. I think it says like a condo or something. Anyway. And then, so that's what we're talking about. Like some of them overvalued by like 200 million. Like if I was selling a property and somebody came back and said, oh yeah, it's overvalued by 200 million, bro, I'll start punching. Right? I mean, somebody is wrong here. Okay. And then so also Trump Tower had 327. Trump valued Trump Tower at 327 million, but the independent appraiser put 257. So that is like 150 million more. I mean, yeah. And then Seven Springs Estate, Trump. This is a big one. Trump valued it at 291 million, right? The independent appraiser only valued it at 56 million. We're talking about like a 200 million difference. Jesus. So I think I did the math on it, and I think that with the independent auditor valued all these properties. Let me just do the math real quick. So, and then Seven Springs, and then also Mar-a-Lago, of course. So I'm gonna do the math real quick. So Trump, if you add up all 4 of these properties, 40 Wall Street, Trump Tower, Seven Springs Estates, and Mar-a-Lago, right? Trump has it valued at, I think it was almost $1 billion. 735 plus 327 plus 291 plus 160. Trump had all 4 properties valued at 1.5 billion with a B, right? But the independent appraiser had all 4 of these properties, which are insane properties. 540 plus 257 plus 56 plus 75. He had it at 928 million. I'm sorry. So if we do 1500 minus 900 minus 928 will equal Oh shoot, this is 150. I'm sorry, I did it wrong. 1,500 minus 928. So they had a difference between the value of these 4 properties at fucking 572 million, bro. Like, how could you be off that much? Anyway, so let me go back up. Was that earthquake? Oh, that's earthquake right now. Or did I do that? Yeah, we got earthquakes, California. Man, I had got a... Am I tripping? Man, now I gotta look this up. I think it was an earthquake right now, dude. The house was shaking. Or maybe I'm going off that Molly. EARTA. Earthquake. Did you just feel shaking? Yes, I did. Let me see. They said there was a Mac 2 foot. Oh no. Maybe I just shook the desk. I don't know. Now I'm just tripping. Anyway, okay, back to it. I'm sorry. Let me go back up to where I was at. Okay, so one thing. Okay, this was my big gripe right here. Was let me just skip down to that because I'm gonna tell you what I think. So with these difference in these valuations, okay. So it said okay, so because it comes down to okay. Yeah, this case could have broader implications, right? The subjective nature of value. That's something that it is. Whether it's real estate, art, or other assets like sports memorabilia or something like that. Like honestly, or like a car that was owned by, let's say you got a car that was owned by Kobe Bryant or something like that. It has if me and him both owned a Camaro, his would be worth way more because of who owned it before. So he was a high profile individual. So that's it could far exceed market value. If you go with traditional appraisal methods, that's why it's kind of hard to say that Kev was lying, right? Because there's an intangible but real value of a famous name. That's what makes it difficult, man. It really does. And then also the concern about precedent. Is because if this case sets a precedent that disregards the added value of the celebrity or brand can bring to an asset, it could impact future cases. It could. Like, bro, imagine if I said, hey, I went somewhere and I said, hey, Louis Vuitton is using the same material that this Target shirt is using. They're overvaluing their clothes. You could start suing every fucking store like that. Like they're trying to get him so bad that they're not thinking of the long-term implications of what happened, that they had to let this case go through like this. Letitia James is sloppy. This was this should who brought this case up. It was it the state? I think it was the state. Yeah, Peoples of the State of New York, Letitia James, Attorney General of the State of New York. Yeah, see, you don't understand what you're talking about. So the precedent is a big deal. And if you disregard the added celebrity or brand can bring to an asset, like that's why even though these Toyotas and Lexus use the same, but the Lexus is the fancier version. So sellers of high-profile properties or like unique items can face legal scrutiny if their valuations are questioned, even when the market might justify those higher prices due to factors like fame, historical significance, or other unique attributes. So now this could have potential impact on art and collectible markets. I'm telling you, they're not really understanding what they just kind of did. I think it's going to be one on appeal, but anyway, like when it comes to art, the value often lies not in the materials, but in the creator's name and legacy. If the court starts scrutinizing valuations without considering these factors, it could lead to a chilling effect on markets, where subjective value plays a significant role. This can impact everything from real estate to art collectibles, where the celebrity effect is a legitimate part of valuation price. It is. It just is, bro. I got a Kobe jersey, but it's not signed. But if I had a signed Kobe jerseys from his last game, I think it'd be super valuable. Anyway, an appeal could be a crucial step in the appellate court. There might be an opportunity to argue that the valuation should have accounted for the intangible value of Trump's brand, and that the court's findings overlook the market realities of high-profile asset valuations. If successful, such an appeal could clarify the legal standards for evaluating properties and assets tied to well-known individuals, helping to prevent the case from setting a problematic precedent. It's going to be crazy. It's a complex issue. They need to have careful consideration for how valuation standards are applied, especially in cases involving subjective factors like fame and brand association. This is so true. So if the same strict scrutiny were applied to markets like sports memorabilia, it could create significant chaos. Like, absolutely. It could go straight insane. If the court starts questioning valuation in the same way, it could lead to widespread uncertainty in markets that rely heavily on subjective assessments of worth. The unpredictability that could result from such legal scrutiny could undermine confidence in entire industries, where perceived value is a key factor. It is. So if somebody sells me an antique, I'm like, hey, that thing is old. Like, why are you selling me something that's old for full price? No answer. You ain't got that answer, Sway. Legal scrutiny, yeah. There's another reason why it's important that cases be carefully considered, and why the appeal might be necessary to ensure that the courts take into account the unique valuation, right? We got all that. So we're just gonna do a quick review. The New York Attorney General Letitia James brought this civil case against Trump. His organization's family members alleged that they submitted inflated financial statements to banks and insurance companies to secure better loan terms and lower insurance premiums. The court found significant discrepancies between valuation provided by Trump and independent appraisers, probably like Trump Towers, Seven Spring Estate, Mar-a-Lago. Like, now the core legal question is it illegal? The case centers on whether Trump's actions were fraudulent or simply a reflection of the unique value associated with his brand. The court found the financial statements to be misleading, which led to the conclusion that Trump committed fraud. However, this raises questions about intent, transparency, and the role of banks in the process, because like, this is something the bank should be handling, right? Like, this is a bank thing, like, where like if they don't like the what he valued it at, they could just say no to the loan. I don't understand why that's not like a thing. It's actually very weird. Okay, and then now also the role of the banks. Okay, bank due diligence. Yeah, if banks agree with the valuation or adjust them accordingly, is it fraud? Should the banks also bear responsibility? Because the banks are like, hey, we think you might be overvaluing this a little bit, out. So we're just gonna give you 50%, like we said earlier, like we read earlier. Is the banks, should they have some kind of, get in trouble for this? That's a question. It's a good question, I think. And also the celebrity effect is something that I didn't hear really talked about. This is one of my theories. I'm like, why didn't I feel like Trump I think he has so much going on and his team was spread so thin that some of the cases he just said, I gotta work on getting this. I'm already bleeding money. I gotta work on my campaign. And it's just like, just kind of go to court for me and let everybody, get their grievances out and everything. And then we'll go back later after I'm president and win in appeals. Because a lot of them, you could tell he didn't give a really good defense. Like, it seemed like they were just kind of like, just there. Because they had to be. So yeah, the celebrity effect. That's an intangible value. That's where properties or items associated with famous individuals carry premium simply because of their association with a person. This is true. Sports memorabilia, artwork, or homes owned by celebrities, like, Gene Wilder's house or something. But you cannot say that the Trump brand doesn't add value to the property. That's what makes it difficult to even argue that the valuation was purely inflated without considering the intangible value of his name. Okay. So, the potential president, right? Let's see. So, if this standard applied to all markets and create, that's a fact. And just some broader implications is the chilling effect this case could have on markets that rely on subjective values. That's true. Legal precedent. You said a legal precedent that could lead to increased scrutiny of high-profile asset valuations, leading to more cases where selling items for more than their value is questioned. Yeah, Red Dude had that $1 billion house in L.A. You trying to sell? I'm selling this house for $1 billion. They never sold. Sure, the courts account for the unique nature of high-profile assets. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to keep it too long. So I did this. So this one's over. This is they're coming after him, like, for sure. This ain't oh well, he did something wrong. They just want to get they're doing things where they can get a guilty plea. That's all this is. They're trying to get a guilty plea. It was 4 a.m. Because it's so subjective. Like, they're gonna take this. He's gonna fight this. This is in Supreme Court. Well, you can go back to a different court, I think. So we're in New York State yet. After a non-jury trial, and then I think the one with that lady, I think he didn't even fight it or something like that. And that one, I'm gonna do a little quick video on that one too. That one, the lady, they said most of it was based off of her testimony and her friend. She told about it. I'm like, what? I beg your pardon? ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo? Yeah, so. Yeah. If he's gonna get, if they're gonna get him in trouble for this, the bank should also, because they're conspirators in this fraud. They're co-conspirators. So you're telling me because if a bank doesn't do due diligence the way you want them to, then you're gonna start you're gonna start just be like, hey, you gave that person the amount of money that we don't believe you should, because they sued everybody. They sued Trump Ventures. They sued Eric Trump. They sued Donald Trump Jr., Eric Trump, his trust. She's doing everything that he owns. I'm saying, okay. Organization LLC, DJT, Donald J. Trump Holdings, Donald J. Trump Holdings, managing member, Trump Endeavor, 12 LLC. Sheesh. I wonder, should I do the other video right now? I could do it real quick. Okay, we'll end this one. No, maybe, and then tomorrow I'll do the one with the 34. I could knock that out real quick because I got that. I gotta find where I wrote my notes though. But I'm gonna start a new video though.